forgot my mic's on. I can talk to you guys. Hi, everyone. Hi, good morning. We are finally doing the OnlyTorts hot tub stream. Hey, X, welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, Lady K. Thank you for dropping in. Hello, Cryptic. We've got a new bot today, so you guys might have noticed that there's a new redeem. Still working out the kinks because I set it up in the last couple of days. So let me just do a quick shouty here. There you go. Okay, so that didn't work. I'm just making some notes here. To fix Shody. Fix coffee counter. Alright. Well, hello, welcome in. Ads should be over in just a couple of seconds, so I'm gonna switch us on over to the main event. Why you're all here. Time for a hot tub stream. As you can see, we have a tub. It's not hot, it's warm. Don't want to burn her. And we have a tortoise. Hello. Hey Charles, welcome in. This is Palpadopoulos. Lady K says Earl Grey does sound good, trying to use all of your current teas before getting new. I know that feel. I know that feel for sure. Toot has a Welch's Grape Ghost. Okay, so I smelled the Welch's Grape Ghost when I poured it this morning. It's an energy drink that straight up smells like Welch's grape juice. And I don't know why I'm surprised by this fact, but it was like, it was instant and very strong. Good morning, Callie. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm just going to get Pow's mist going. I'm going to mute for a second. She loves the mist. Okay, so sound quality is not going to be great. You guys might be hearing some water in the background of my voice. I'm trying to keep it down. Okay, yeah, that's super loud. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Hi. But yes, tortoises love a good long soak. So this is one of her favorite things. You saw her kind of lifting up, raising on her front feet, lifting her head. She was lifting her head into the water. She wasn't trying to escape. She loves the water. She loves a shower. A little bit later, I will turn the like high pressure jet on her. She loves it. It's so cute. So yeah, tortoises can technically swim. They're just not great at it, but they do really love a good long hot soak, which is what we're going to do for her today. Because you guys might know, but she is probably gravid. I'm like 98% sure she's gravid, which means that she's carrying eggs. They're infertile eggs because she lives alone and she's a strong, independent tort who don't need no man. But like chickens, female tortoises can still lay eggs. So I'm pretty sure she's got at least 2 or 3 in there. Just by feel. I talked to a redfoot tortoise breeder nearby. Yeah, our local reptile store, All Reptiles, they have a small herd of redfoots, and I actually got to talk to the breeder who was the owner of the store, and she gave me some really good husbandry advice. So basically, we're leaving her alone for a couple weeks. I've given her a lot of really good diggy substrate. I'm making sure that she's very well hydrated, that her humidity's up, and just giving her time to lay them on her own. Hey, Stitches, welcome in over on YouTube. Yeah, I know she's got her little toesies. Her little toesies. That's one big tell between tortoises and turtles is their back feet. As you can see, she's got kind of stompy elephant feet, whereas a turtle would have flippers, basically. See if I can rotate this camera a little bit. She's so cute. Oh my god. Getting the reptile cam set up has been like the best thing for us. Hex asks, is a gentle spa scrub on the books for today? I gave her a quick scrub and gave her like not a medical checkup, but like I check her bits to make sure she's all healthy, and I check her plastron. But yeah, we might do a little scrubby scrub. You guys can see how much she enjoys it. She loves getting scritched on top of her head. She really does, especially with like nails, which I used to not grow out my nails, so I didn't know this, but she loves getting nail scritches on the top of her head. Stitches asks, how many tortoises do you have or have you had? This is our only tortoise, and she's the only one we've had. We got her about 11 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. So she's about 11 or 12 years old. Which means she's still a juvenile. She's gonna get probably a couple inches longer, if that, and chunkier. But she's almost, I think she's almost her adult size. She experienced a bit of a growth spurt recently. She seems to grow in spurts. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions about Pow while we're hanging out, please let me know. We're just gonna hang out with her a little bit today. I'll turn the water on and off and that kind of thing. Stitches says, oh, that's really interesting. I wish my grandkids were here to watch with me. They'd be wanting their own tort. Oh, that's cute. Well, if hi to your grandkids. After the live stream, a few hours later, it'll be up as a video on the channel, so you can go back and watch it with them if you want. In terms of scale, so you guys can see how big she is, this is a bathtub. This is my bathtub. Like, this is where I take a bath and where I shower. Pow needs a rubber ducky. I actually do have some rubber duckies. Maybe I'll go get one for her in a little bit. I am not afraid. I don't really want to leave her alone in the tub, just in case. All of the cats are locked up, so there's no danger there of her hurting them. Yeah, just anxious. And also, hi Mike, welcome in. Good morning. And Gwen is here. Gwen reminding us all to hydrate like Sandy. So yeah, we've got some new commands. We've got some new redeems. You can now get a daily coffee with me. You've probably seen this on other channels where like you just redeem it every day and then it's like a counter thing. I need to fix the syntax on it, so yep. And yeah. And Kali got their daily coffee. I hope you enjoy your coffees for the day, by the way. We've also got a command for Pow. So if you ever want to know about her, you can just use that command at any time, any stream. Hex says, bets on if Pow will try and take out the rubber duck. She's either going to ignore it completely or try to murder it. Like, I think there is no in between. There's no peaceful coexistence where she accepts its existence. Gwen says, I love that DH goes, I'm not too worried about leaving Pow alone. And I went, oh, because she might hurt herself. And DH goes, the cats are locked up. And I went, oh, the cats might go after Pow. And DH goes, so Pow won't hurt the cats. Yeah. So Pow's not aggressive. Like, that's the thing. She's not aggressive, but she is defensive, and the cats are curious. And Pow doesn't have teeth. She has a beak. And it's very, very strong. So if she were to bite the cats in the right spot, she could do a lot of damage. So just for their safety, we keep them separate from Pow. Like, I don't think either of them would go after each other in like an aggressive way. It would just be the cats are too curious and Pow is too, I need my personal space. The big joke is always that Pow is in her enclosure not to keep her safe from us, but to keep us safe from her. Tortoises do tend to be quite, I mean, in captivity, we call them destructive, but it's just their natural behavior. They like to dig, they like to burrow, they like to explore things, and oftentimes the way they explore it is by knocking it over, walking over it, seeing the shape of it. And in captivity, that's often considered destructive because they're destroying their enclosure in the process of doing that exploration and that just general enjoyment. Gwen says, Pow is so gorgeous. I'm glad you were able to figure out hot tub stream. Me too. The general setup, I had to think about it for a long time, but the general setup was actually not too difficult. I have a very stable riser in the tub that her usual camera is on top of. And the cord is way, way far out of the water. And I'm running stream from my laptop. I'm sitting right here next to her. See, hi, this is me. And I've got my laptop in front of me with stream on it. The only thing I'm struggling with is I don't know where to put my drink. Right now I've got it on the edge of the tub, but I'm always like worried I'm going to knock it into the tub. But maybe I'll move like a box or something here next to me. I for that. Oh, a rubber ducky just came flying out of the door. I thought Toot was on the other side of the house. No. Moon, welcome in. Thank you so much for the resub. That is almost a year. 27 months. Have I really been an affiliate for 27 months? That's insane. Welcome in, Moon. If you don't already follow Moon, you definitely should. When Moon comes over next time, I really want her to try giving Pow head scritchies because she's got the good nails. Hex says Chaos Toot used rubber duck. It was super effective. I'm also checking the water temperature while I'm over here. Yeah, you don't want them right now? Here, oh, that's because you can't see me. Hi. Hi, Pow, I'm coming in this side. Yeah. So yeah, whenever you're dealing with any animal that is, I mean, pretty much any animal, but any animal that is a prey species, and I mean, turtles are prey species even though they're tanks. Always make sure that you are going in so they can see you and not from the top, because from the top you're a freaking hawk. You're like a predator swooping down and killing them. You always want to go in from the side where they can see you. How, you don't want to be on camera today, do you? Alright, let me catch up on chat while she goes and hides. Mike says, I love the idea of a stream in a bathtub. It sounds organic. Mike, there's a part of Twitch that you haven't been introduced yet, where young women, often beautiful young women, will sit in a hot tub and stream, and that's the entire stream, is them sitting in a hot tub and getting money for it. Hex says Chaos Toot used the rubber. Yeah, it was definitely effective. Toot's back at their computer. Yes, head scritchies. What temperature is Pow's water? It is warm but not hot. I'm not actually using a temperature gauge. I'm using my hand. But you want it to be like, her skin is tough, but you don't want to burn them. You know what I mean? So the same temperature as a nice warm bath for yourself. Hello everyone for getting your daily coffees. Hex says, yes, tort scritches. When my partner and I did the Meet the Torts at the zoo, the Galapagos torts loved all of the scritches. Yeah, they really do love scritches. I don't know if it's because they can't scratch themselves or if they just like the contact. Moon's drinking a Michael's macchiato. Charles is drinking a Turkish coffee. Mike says, nope, have not seen that side of Twitch. Yeah, that's kind of the joke, that we're doing a hot tub stream. I'm holding the camera platform down, by the way. She's trying to move it. Um, just so you know, we're all good. Let's see if I can get her back on the camera. Pow, do you want some more warm water? Is that what this is? All right, I'm gonna mute and warm up the water a little bit. I'm gonna play with put the jets on her a little bit. So there's gonna be no sound. You're just gonna vibe with the music and yeah, enjoy the show. Just gonna move the camera a little bit. And Toot, if you could just keep an eye on chat and answer any questions that come up. I'm back. Yeah, there's no way I could set the background noise filtration to block out the sound of the water and also have me talking. I'm so glad you guys got to see that though. Let me just go back and catch up on chat here. Charles Toot, why is DH the best? Because they simply are. Cheryl asks, would Pow like to be held over a person's head as an umbrella, or would she just pee on them? She would pee on them. Heck, did you do the thing? You're not allowed to do the thing. Toot says they love animals, they love horror, they love people, and they love helping. They're passionate and love sharing the things they're passionate about. Thank you. Tall Pow, but not angry, right, Charles? She gets so tall. Pow's motto is be tort, do crimes. Charles asks what would the best bath treat for Pow be? And Toot says the blood of her enemies and a banana. Yeah, Charles agrees. Flavors that undoubtedly go good together. Alright, hang on just one second, guys. All right, we're back. When it says night vision Pow is terrifying. Night vision Pow is terrifying. I love checking the cameras when the lights are off and she's not in her high and she's just staring down the camera. Toot says the ducky is ending me. I love how the ducky was just zooming around. And whee! Yeah, Toot came in and yeeted it at me. I died. It was super effective. And Charles says I was trying to get the thing going. Thank you, Charles. No, Pout, you have to be on camera. Go the other way. Miss me ass. So the reason she's getting a really long soak today is part of her... I talked a little bit at the beginning of stream about the fact that she's gravid. Probably. So a really long soak like this, because usually I would soak her, but I'd only soak her for about 10-15 minutes. And we're going to go for like a good hour and a half at least. That was the paper towel falling on the camera. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. The paper towel over there. Perfect. But a good long soak will help her kind of get things moving, make sure she's warm enough, make sure she's loosened up enough. I just had to turn her around. Now she's exploring the other end of the tub. So yes, this is my grown-up adult tub with the dinosaur grippy stickers. I also have a dinosaur shower curtain. I thought it would be a lot easier to find like dinosaur themed bathroom stuff. I found nothing. I haven't even found like hand towels. I'm gonna stitch my own, but I still haven't found them, and that's disappointing. Although I'll probably make some vinyls for the walls and just decorate that way. Olga says, does she get a mani-pedi as part of the spa treatment? She does not. So in her enclosure, you may have noticed that she has a lot of rocks. We also feed her on a tray that's a little bit rough. And when she gets her treat, usually that's on just a straight up piece of rock. And all of that helps her keep her claws and beak trimmed. So we don't actually have to do it. It's kind of like a scratching post for a cat. She does it on her own. I do check her claws and her beak to make sure that they're not getting overgrown, but in 11 years, we've never had a problem. I think Pao sees the camera stand and just wants to destroy. Or wants to explore, I should say. I'm now holding it down in place. Are you just trying to get under it? Do you think it's a hide? You're too big, baby. You're too tall. We're going this way now. So yeah, you're getting a good look at her stompy elephant feet. And of course, their bright red feet are why they're called redfoot tortoises. There's a similar species called yellowfoot tortoises, which have yellow feet. Pao also has a yellow head, which is common for redfoots. There is a subsection of redfoots called cherryheads, who, as you may expect, have red heads. But they're all kind of the same tortoise. It's just difference in coloration. They're native to South America, so she likes it really warm and humid. She's staying low because she wants to keep her belly in the water. Pao, my love. Burp. She's getting really heavy. Like, it used to be that you kind of could just scoop her up with one hand. I can still pick her up with one hand, but it's like, I have to be very careful about how I do it, and when I carry her, it's two-handed or against the chest. Like most reptiles, they're not like... They don't crave to be held like cats and dogs do. And I think that's why a lot of people think that reptiles don't have personalities or don't care about their keepers, because they're comparing them to cats and dogs, who just show affection in a different way. Yes, Moon. Some have red heads. They're very cute. And it's some of them can be like very bright red. But just the fact that Pao is not scrambling to get out of this tub. She trusts me, she knows that she's safe. And the second, she let me scratch her head. Like, that's huge. That's trust. That in itself is affection. And I feel like many reptiles do get to know individual humans. I'm gonna try and show you guys what she's doing right now. looking up the camera. We're a little bit shaky. So there's the camera stand. All right, I'm just gonna hold the camera for a second and we're gonna watch this. This is what tortoises do. They explore, they rearrange. She's just chilling now. I wonder... The problem is, if I set this on the side of the tub... Sorry for the view, guys. You don't get to see much, because this is as low as the camera goes. But we'll leave it there for a second, because she wants to be there, so I'll let her stay there. Until the next time I refill the, the water. Yeah, she wants to be in a hide. You think that's a pretty good view? Okay. I can zoom in and out as well. All right, so we'll leave the camera there. Give her hide. Are you stuck, ma'am? Ma'am? You can't go at the front of it. I think she's stuck. Hey, please hold. You guys see that? Do you see how she's trying to escape this? Just got out a little bit more hot water, so I'm going to mute.
drink?
Thank you for the hydrate, Moon. Second. Ta-da! Yeah, she loves the shower. I'm also using the shower head to fill the tub instead of the tap because we have a filter on our shower heads because our local water is quite highly chlorinated. So we have a filter on our shower heads so that we don't smell like a public pool when we get out of the shower. But it also means that the water from our shower heads is better for the reptiles and the cats than water from the tap is. We also have a big Brita filter that I use to refill like their water dishes and stuff, but for cow's bath, I like to use the shower head water. I just like talking about animals and reptiles. Lady K has redeemed a weird fact. All right, let me see. What is a weird fact? A weird fact. I learned this yesterday, thanks to Cruza. Mosasaurus and Megalodon are not dinosaurs. The term dinosaur only refers to land animals. So let's see. Megalodon was a prehistoric fish, and Mosasaurus was a marine reptile. They were not dinosaurs. I think a plesiosaur would also have been a marine reptile instead of a dinosaur. Hey pal, where are you going? But yeah, like someone asked the question on Blue Sky, and you can follow me on Blue Sky if you'd like. I post a bunch of stuff there. Someone posed the question on Blue Sky, do snakes have personalities? And responses were mixed. Some of them were just a joke on snake-analities. And some people said absolutely not, reptiles don't have personalities, or they're not smart enough to have personalities. I think that's entirely untrue. I think that as reptile keepers, we sometimes do over personify our animals. we assign them human traits or cat traits or dog traits. But I think beyond that, go play with your ducky, baby. I think beyond that, they have, like, what is a personality, right? They have their own quirks. They have their own preferences. They have their own way that they interact with the world. Like, take Sandy and Jenny. They're both corn snakes. They're the exact same species. One is slightly older, but they're both adults. Sandy, he's very food motivated. But no, he's very active. He's very zoomy. He doesn't really like to be held. He's more likely to be moving around his enclosure and rearranging things, whereas Sandy is very chill. Jenny likes to climb. He likes to explore, but he no longer has the baby zoomies. He never tries to bite. And some of that does come down to socialization, because I know that there's going to be reptile bros who tell me that that's socialization. But I think they really do have individual personalities, and you just have to take the time to get to know them and meet them where they're at, really. And they're absolutely fascinating to watch, because they are wildly unlike mammals. So we're gonna let her soak for another about 10 minutes. And then I'm actually gonna put her back in her enclosure. So on break, I'm going to set her back up in her enclosure, put her camera on there, and then we're just gonna finish off with a stitch with me, I think. I just don't wanna stress her out too much. Actually, I'm gonna break now. You can see she's trying to get out of the tub, and I don't want to make her stay in the tub longer than she wants to. So we're gonna go for a break. I'm gonna run a 3-minute ad. It's gonna take me longer than 3 minutes to get her set back up, but we will be back shortly. Let's just do stitch break. Okay. Mike says, do you have to do anything to care for her shell? Turtle wax? No turtle wax. I will answer more questions about Pow when I get back, but yeah, I'm gonna turn the music up. I'll be back shortly. All right, we're back. Let me just put up the POW cam for a little bit longer while I am getting set up for a stitch with me. Yeah, some days she would have been happy to stay in the bath the entire day. Today's just not one of those days. And I don't want to stress her out because, like I said, you got to meet animals where they're at. And that's a big part of successfully keeping animals, is knowing their preferences, knowing how to read their body language. Just getting to know them. Mike asked, do you care for her shell, turtle wax? And Toot says, another good joke, but the oddest in me just needs to clarify that putting anything on their shell can actually be harmful, as the shell is part of their skeletal structure and needs to breathe, so please don't paint your turtles in torts. Absolutely. Okay, and now the ad's starting. I should have... Did I not run an ad? Twitch, hi. Okay, we're fine. We're just gonna keep going. All right, and now Pow's having a snack, so we're good. She's good. I'm just gonna keep going, and if the ad runs, the ad runs. Hi, baby. There we go. You guys can enjoy some good Pow snacking footage. I've got early here. So yeah, their shell is actually like attached to their nervous system. It's not just like a skeleton thing. So when I was scratching her on her shell during the bath, she could actually feel that, and they do enjoy it. They do really enjoy shell scratchies, generally. Hi, Earls. Wait, Sue. What do I usually put in the middle there? Oh, Spirit City. I don't want to get it started right now. I'm just gonna keep talking to myself. It's fine. Hey, baby. Hello, baby. I know this is like fascinating stream footage, but you guys are all here for Pow anyways, so it's fine. Aw, Commander, I'm so sorry. You can watch the VOD back. It was very cute. Welcome in, Commander. I turned off coworker appreciation because we were doing the stream, the hot tub stream. There was a ducky. You're very true. You're very true. Okay, words. Let me turn down the music. Okay. All right, Commander, are you here?
Fiery knees.
God, I hope Commander heard that. He didn't hear it! Oh no! Alright, someone clip it. He didn't hear it. Commander, are you listening? Commander, can you hear us? Commander, are you there? Toot will do it again. We're just waiting now. Yes, now. Okay.
Very nice.
Alright, Toot voice reveal for all of you. Did somehow Toot get almost the right pronunciation? I love it. Alright. It's honestly close. Very much not. Well, to give some context, if you follow Commander, he's French Canadian, and he does retro gaming, and but he streams in English, but one of his channel redeems is he will curse in French. So Toot has been learning new French curses, but apparently not very well. Okay, so I'm just gonna update some stream information here because we are no longer doing a zoo stream. Doing the cross stitch with animal friends, and we are in What about Booty Village? I don't know if Toot wants to run back to this end of the house to do that. We'll see. We'll see. I really hope. I don't think Cryptic was here. My booty is sat down next time. Okay, next time. Because Cryptic was saying that we're really good friends even though they've never heard Toot's voice. So, voice reveal for all of you guys. Alright, so let's do, I'm good to go for another hour or so. So let's do a little stitch with me. I actually do need to kit up and start a sample. So we're gonna do that. See if I can put up a bum. I just want to point out that I name my files, and then like they're listed alphabetically. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row that all start with tiny, and this is just my active files. This isn't like archived patterns. Charles says, okay, good, because you said I didn't need me to fix something, so I didn't. Don't worry, there's still 2 ahead of you. I've got to do Kali's early, and as well as Commander's Mr. Potato Head, and then you're up. Yeah, it was so funny. Toot ran down to this end of the house and came and chonk stanced in my doorway. It was hilarious. Okay, so I'm working on so this is Cozy Autumn Cat. So, you know, I've done a series of freebies. I had Cozy Spring, Cozy Summer, Cozy Winter. Now we are on to Cozy Autumn. Charles says, now that I have AC again, I'm wearing Fibonacci. Nice! That's one of the amazing shirts that Charles has knitted. Commander says, why Toot is a force of nature. Oh, I think that's going to be Toot's new message on Discord. Wide Toot, tall pow. Wide Toot, tall pow. They're unstoppable. I'm gonna mute for a sec. because I will ride her into battle. Amazing. Amazing. Carl said, I thought you were taller than me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Commander needs coffee. Yes, Commander, go get your coffee. While I stack my stuff. Okay, I'm gonna switch over from Pal because she's wandering around, so we're gonna come back to my Stitch main. Which... Okay, close enough. Hi, Earls. It's a little bit this way. Okay. So I know I have a scrap of, like, autumn fabric. Yes, no, I also meant the new redeem. I know I have a scrap of autumn printed fabric that I want to do this on. The question is, where is it? Because I pulled it out for something else, and I might not have put it back. And my office is kind of a disaster right now, which is really unfortunate because I would like it to not be a disaster for my own mental health. Well, let's get the fabric out, the floss out, and then I will figure out the fabric. Gwen says, I know I have a scrap of hot otter fabric, thanks captions. Yes, hot otters only here on stream with me. Why are we doing this today? I don't know. Okay, I need colors. I don't have those three. 312. Well, I have this many 312. So let's see if I have another skein of that. Ooh, that sounds delicious. 22. 6. Why are all of my colors in the 300s? Oh, right, because I have a palette that I love. Yeah, Commander, I just added it for this stream. Well, not just for this stream, but I added it, like, between these, since the last stream. Gwen says, speaking of colors, did you find that color that you were looking for? Was it for, Tiara? The 80 Shades of Brown? Oh no! Not even in the tier box? No! It's for the Phasmo Lodge, and it's the middle gradient in the water. Ah, okay. Huh, interesting. Okay, Commander, now you can go get actual coffee. Missing 831. Hi, Earls. Are you done with me? Are you done with my shit? Yeah. Why? I don't have a skein of black over here, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, let me put Abominate back on for you guys. I know this is the most scuffed stream, but I'm enjoying it. I don't know how you guys are doing. How are you liking stream this morning? Am I good company on a Saturday morning? And if you are heading out to do something else, what are your big plans for the week? Aw, thank you guys. I was not fishing for compliments, I swear. Gwen says best company on a Saturday morning. Yes, I love your company. Thank you, Commander. Charles says I think it's great. Been wanting to see POW hot tub forever, I think. Yeah, I know. So the hot tub stream was a like community sub goal in like November or something, and it just never happened. But now that I kind of like know how to do the setup, we might be able to do them more often. Early's about to knock over my planner onto herself. Yeah, it might happen more often. Also, guys, Springtrap's coming home soon. My little baby, our little baby Springtrap is coming home soon. She is a lavender striped California king, which means she is heckin' gorgeous. And you're going to be able to see her on my critter cam. So the other snakes are exclusively on Toot's camera. Toot stream. Rad, thank you so much for hopping in. I would give you a shout out, but my shouties are broken. So everybody go follow Rad. I need to fix my shouties. Everyone go follow Rad. He's a fantastic horror streamer. Good guy. Very good company. Our shouty is broken, but I'm gonna try. Thank you, Toot. You've got me. Alright. If I were a square scrap of fabric, where would I be? I would be in the cross-stitch drawer. Ta-da! Ghosty is coming out of quarantine tomorrow. So if you guys have checked out Toot's stream, you've seen Lil Ghost's face. Lil Ghosty is coming out of quarantine tomorrow. So we're feeding all the boys tonight. All the snakes are getting fed tonight. Tomorrow, we're getting him into his big boy enclosure. I'm Hi, Earls. I'm cleaning and steaming and basically sanitizing the quarantine bin for Springy, and we're picking her up on Tuesday. So that is the plan. But she will be on my channel along with POW. Monday, not tomorrow. Right. Yes. Yeah, he moves on Monday. Yeah. Sorry, my brain. So yeah, he'll have some time to rest and digest, and then we'll move him Monday, and I will disinfect Monday afternoon. So if you guys haven't seen the pictures of his new enclosure in the server, Toot did a fantastic job. I love it. It's so good. I don't know if you've posted pictures since you added the newest leaves, but I can do pictures after stream. And yes, Gwen, this was used for Mama Witch Tort. I've used it for Mama Witch Tort and something else. What did I use it for? I can't remember. It is gorgeous, yeah. Is that catnap you see? Yes, so that is another project I'm working on, which is my, I have a hoodie, and I'm slowly tattooing. I'm slowly stitching small motifs up the sleeve, like a tattoo sleeve. So that was one of the motifs I picked. I was picking stuff like according to what we were watching at the time. I've had the community pick a few, which has been a lot of fun. We've got 3 lined up for the community, and then I might open up community suggestions again. But yeah. I love Poppy Playtime. I really do. Yeah, it's cool. I will post after stream, when I've gotten everybody fed and taken care of and settled. I will post some pictures of the hoodie in your server, Brad. And you're welcome to join our server as well. A lot of our friends are horror streamers and gamers and don't realize that my server is more like a crafting and chill server. So they'll join and then be like, oh, okay. Thank you for doing the command, Toot. It says I love it though. It's an awesome place. It literally is my favorite place on the internet to hang out. It's so chill. We've got a lot of different people from all over the world doing all kinds of different cool creative things. We've got other reptile keepers. Hex, who's in stream, has a beautiful BP named Gozer that we get to hang out with. Moon, of course, shares Yuna, and there are so many lovely animals that get shared, and we love them all. And it's just a really great supportive place. Mike says the bath seems to have given Pao a good appetite. She's still chomping away. Yes, yeah. So reptiles are endothermic. A lot of people call that cold-blooded, which basically means that they don't generate their own body heat the way that mammals do. Sorry, I was just taking a sip. They soak up warmth from their environment, and the warmer they are, the more active they are. So because I took her out and she's been in a hot bath for an hour, she's warm, she's full of energy, she's moving around. So she'll probably be pretty active for the next little bit and then go rest. Yeah, Rad, I saw that you just finished playing Poppy Playtime. I'm gonna watch the YouTube videos. I always seem to miss your live streams, which, oops. I love Poppy Playtime. My laptop is actually called Crafty Corn. Moon says, do you think I'll get energy if I soak in a tub like Pao? Maybe. I find that baths either energize me or wipe me out completely. There's nothing in between. Alright, so I'm just gonna see if I can put up a picture of what I'm working on. Save this. Okay, so here's Cozy Autumn Cat, which I'm gonna get started stitching on. I'm not working from the pattern right now. I'm just gonna work from my wind stitch window, and then I'm later on when I set up for my like stitching, I will I'll move into Pattern Keeper with this one. But where shall we start? I like doing the window frame first. There is a function in wind stitch where you can select a color and it'll like highlight the stitches of that color, and that's what I'm gonna do. Mike says the bath is worth a try. And Toot says, Rad, you've also been playing FNAF. The snake we're picking up on Tuesday is going to have a FNAF 1 themed enclosure, and his name's Springtrap. She's purple and yellow. Yes, I have, and that's amazing. You love it. You're addicted to them already. Yeah, we have the FNAFtism, for sure. So yeah, little Spring Baby's enclosure is... I'm working on it. I'm still a bit intimidated because Toot does all the enclosure building in the house and does an amazing job at it, but I'm doing spring traps and I've never done an enclosure myself, so I want to work on it today, but I also... Early, you can't sit on that. Okay, thank you. I want to work on it today, but I also have like a lot of cleaning and house stuff to do, so we'll see. Toot says she's eventually going to need a bigger enclosure. Yep, eventually. So right now she's going to, once she's out of quarantine, she's going to be moving into an enclosure the same size as the corn snakes, Jenny and Sandy. But as she grows, she's going to need a bigger enclosure, and she'll be moving into the 4x2x2, the same size that Penny has. And she's our first girl snake. So it's going to be, and in snakes generally, females grow quite a bit larger than males. And yeah, the bigger enclosure is going to be half FNAF 1 and half sister location. I'm so excited. It's going to be fun. And yeah, she's going to be a big girl, but I can't wait to see her grow up. We keep... Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where to put this. Red says I'm obsessed with FNAF, so that's exciting. Yeah, we are also obsessed with FNAF. So we have 3 snakes already, as you guys know. Well, we have 4 snakes. We had 3 snakes until recently. So the 3 snakes that we've been keeping for years now are corn snakes and ball pythons, and a ball python. Both species are diurnal. Both species are terrestrial. Ghosty, who is a hognose, is... The species we have are crepuscular, which means that they're most active around dawn and dusk. Ghosty is diurnal, which means he's active during the day, and he's fossorial, which means that he burrows and digs. So, in addition to looking different, his behavior is going to be completely different. And I am so excited to watch that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so excited to see how the different snake species are, how they live, how they interact with their world. And Lil Ghosty is a California king snake. So she's also diurnal, so she'll be active during the day. She's terrestrial, which means that she likes being above ground. But king snakes also like to climb. They're not arboreal like, say, a green tree python, which lives entirely in the trees. But she does like to climb. She likes going up. She ascends. Or her species does, anyways. We don't know. We haven't met her yet. So I'm really excited to watch her grow up. Watch both of them grow up and get to know them and their personalities and what they love. The way we have with our other boys. I'm so excited. Like, Ghosty has been such a blessing to us. Hognoses have something called keeled scales. They're a different type of scale than other snakes. And I don't think we really realized that that would make them feel different. But he feels different than the other snakes. Like, just touching him feels different. It's very cool. I know I keep talking about this, but it's just very cool. It says Springy enjoys the vents. And also, Ghosty is a chaos being, and we live for him. Yes. I had to take his camera down to plug in the POW cam for the tub. So I need to get that back up. I want to see what he's done with his enclosure since I saw him. Brad says, I agree. I love the cute little corn snake we have. Yeah, I saw pictures. He's an anery corn snake, right? Black and white. Yeah, Beauty Bean. Our Sandy the Sandworm is also an anery. So he's black and white. And Ghostface is not anery because, so in most other snake species, a kind of black and white coloration is called exanthic. In corn snakes only, it's called anery. So Ghosty is a combination of genes that has resulted in a morph that is known as a super arctic. So he's very white and black. He's also a het for something, but we're never going to breed him, so... when you hear a reptile keeper say het for, it means that they carry the recessive genes for something that they're not expressing. For example, Penny is het clown, so if he were to father children at some point, there's a possibility that if he was with another snake, that if he was paired with a snake that had the clown gene or had a het clown gene, there's a possibility that his children would be visual clowns. But that gets way into genetics. Toot says sable and lavender. Okay, so it's a combination of sable and lavender genes, possibly. I'm not super oh, no, het albino, 50% sable. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I'm not into the genetic side of stuff. We don't breed. We have no plans to breed. We just know pretty snakes. Five, 6, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I apologize to everyone who was trying to count at the same time as that. So if you want to grab this pattern when it comes out, two ways. You can sign up to the Patreon as a free member. When you're a free member, you just get the emails, and the freebies come directly to your inbox. So first of the month, you'll get this pattern, 1st of September. The other way is if you go to the coffee shop. That's the wrong, I changed that command. It's shop now. On the coffee, there is all the freebies. You can just go download them as you wish. So that will get updated on the 1st as well with the pattern. But if you don't want to miss anything, the Patreon's the best way to go. I don't have a newsletter. I kind of use the Patreon free membership as my newsletter. In fact, I just sent out a newsletter with kind of a pattern wrap up with what's going on in the shops. And just a little bit of like what's going on in our lives and what's coming up. Speaking of the shops, I haven't even mentioned we're running a sale this weekend. As many of you know, because especially Cryptic was spreading it all over the internet, mine and Toot's 16th wedding anniversary was yesterday. So that was cool. So we're running a sale on the shops to celebrate. 16% off, all patterns, all templates. And it's good through tomorrow, Sunday, midnight. So yeah, there we go, self-promo. Oh, I'm not done self-promo. The other self-promo, A Misfit Forest Fall. It's coming out. The first clue is Monday. I cannot believe the first clue is Monday. Oh, insane. So this is a mystery sal, which means that you'll get the entire pattern in 8 parts. Won't know what the whole thing looks like until you're done stitching it. But it is super cute. I posted a little sneak peek on the socials, so you can kind of see what to expect, what's coming up. But yeah, so the first clue to that is going to go out on Monday. You can still sign up even after the first clue is out. You just need to just catch up when you want. Hi, Earls. Are we helping? We're helping big time. So I'm stitching this on this 18 count printed Ada. So it's super tiny, but yeah, it's this really pretty print. I've been kind of using up this one piece forever.
Thank you, Toot.
Thank you for the bobbinate. Actually, I'm gonna go look and see if I have that 312. I'm just gonna mute for a sec. Hello, Mike? Okay, it's working. It gave me weird beepy beeps. Alright, I'm looking for 312. That's 334. 312, yay! Okay. We'll bobbinate that up. I do have another piece of this Ada, but I'm kind of like hoarding it. The thing with the printed Ada is it's really pretty, but you kind of have to be careful what you do with it because you want the print to work with the stitch, not against it. I saw someone though, they're doing a really cool project. They have a piece of printed Ada that is like an ocean scene, and they're stitching like the creatures into it. So it has the water and the light filtering down through the water, and then it has like a gravel bed, and that's all printed. And then they're stitching in like coral and fish and all that kind of stuff. I thought it was a really cool project. Are you guys working on anything while you're hanging out? I know it's Saturday morning, so a lot of people are still just probably waking up. Toot is working on their Leshy by Megsy. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Speaking of fancy Ada, it's doing on a screen sparkle. Oh, gorgeous. And the pattern is really pretty. Okay. Speaking of Megs, Witchy Stitcher's book came out. I don't know if I talked about this last stream or not, if I had it by then. But Witchy Stitcher book came out last week, and we got it, and I love it. Charles working on my summer sampler mini. Aw, yay! So many people love that. But you started with the yellow and it looks like cat eyes right now. I mean, that works too. Maybe you're doing a tiny, a cozy summer cat as well. Mike's working on a test stitch. That's awesome. Just as an FYI, my test stitchers, if you want to share your progress, go ahead. They're not secret tests. You can share pictures and talk about it and all that kind of stuff. If it is a secret, I will be very clear with you about that. Like Toot is test stitching the Sal for me, which is why they've only been posting the promo pics for the Sal as they've been sharing their progress. Toot says, on my way to share the Sal pics in the server, BRB. You know not to do that. Hey, Jilly, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Toot boos what they want. I mean, that is true. Yay, Bobbinate. Coworker appreciation. Early come back. I have to appreciate you. Early come back. Early says no. Early's going to bed. It's your sister's birthday today, so you're currently out bowling with one of her friends. Oh, fun! Happy birthday, Jilly's sister! I love bowling as like a celebratory activity. It's just like you don't, unless you're a bowler, you don't do it very often, but it's always fun when you go. Fun Toot fact, they have a college credit in bowling. Oh no, I haven't made the bed yet, so you're back? Okay. I haven't made the bed, which is just unacceptable. How is she supposed to sleep in this condition? If Early is not in one of 3 places in this house, I have no idea where she is. She's either asleep in my chair, asleep in the on the bed next to the window, or asleep in our bed. Hi, Earls. Welcome back. Give me sneefs? Here, I give you loves. Toot says there's an absurd amount of bowling Toot lore. Yeah. There kind of is. Yeah. Early. Here, do you wanna talk to the people? Okay, she didn't want to talk to the people. She's making little squeaky quack noises, and I wanted to catch it on, like, but no, I'll not. Okay, now I have to move the camera back this way. Girls. But I'm really glad I got to do the hot tub stream this morning. That was a lot of fun. And I'm glad you guys got to see some of the POW behaviors that you don't always see on camera. Why did I decide to do the frame first, which has the most counting? Oh well. We persevere. I love these little patterns though, they're so cute. So if you have done the tiny summer sampler that Charles working on right now, I know Mike's stitched it as well. There are more coming up in that series. I'll do all 4. I am loving the designs. There's so many designs I want to do and I want to get out and I want to and there's so many designs I want to stitch. I'm getting backlogged with my own pieces. That's what I'm kind of hoping for this weekend, is some more time to just sit and stitch. Sit and stitch, clean the house. That's all I want. Work on the baby's enclosure. Make vinyls. I'm kind of a little bit addicted to my Cricut. I haven't cut that many things yet, but there's so many things that I want to do. I have to play around with the software. And like, my thing is I don't want to waste vinyl. So I want to like kind of make sure that I can do as many things as will fit on a piece of paper, on a piece of vinyl as I can. So I don't want to do just like 1 or 2 things. I'm going to experiment with making SVGs in GIMP. GIMP is the Photoshop, is basically a free version of Photoshop that I've used for years and years and years. I'm gonna experiment with making my own cutting files, but also there are a billion on Etsy to buy. I wish it was easier to find stuff on Coffee, to be honest, because I would rather support creators through there because more money goes directly to the creator, but it's so hard to find stuff. All right, we're counting again. Just warning you guys. 8. Do we appreciate? 12. And
Thank you, Toot.
thank you, Toot, for the hydrate. Oh my god, it was so funny, guys. So we were in Cryptic stream last night, and Cryptic's a good buddy. We have like inside jokes, and you guys know that if you aren't hydrating, Toot is gonna come live in your walls. Like, that's just the way it works. If you don't hydrate, Toot lives in your walls and makes you hydrate. So this is a joke that we had with Cryptic, and we made that joke last night, but unfortunately Toot forgot that Cryptic had been raided by a whole bunch of people, so there were like 100 and some people in chat learning that Toot is a cryptid who lives in your walls. It was so funny. Olga says, speaking of buying stuff, from your perspective, is it preferable that we buy your patterns on Coffee rather than Etsy? Yes. Coffee is good. Etsy is great for random discovery. Coffee supports the creator more, as well as it's cheaper for you. Because I add the Etsy fees to my listing on Etsy, which a lot of people do. I'm pretty open about that too. Like, I always say buy it on Coffee rather than Etsy. So yeah, buy it on Coffee. I've lost count of where I was. So yes, now all of the Phasmophobia community knows that Toot is a cryptid who lives in your walls and does unsettling ASMR. We were at a store yesterday, and Toot was holding a mug and just kind of like drumming on it with their nails. Just unconsciously ADHD drumming. They were like, I'm practicing for my unsettling ASMR. Not gonna play thread chicken with this piece of floss. There is no reason to. But yeah, I think that's gonna work out. So like, if you look at it, we've got like something poking my back. Okay, we've got this leaf here, and then like this leaf is gonna be over here underneath, and then this leaf. I think that's gonna work out really well.
The only way the international theory can be disproven is when the extraterrestrials show up.
I forgot that I had that. Hi, Cruza. Welcome in. Thank you for redeeming Weird Fact. Let's see, what is my weird fact? I need to come up with a list of these things. I just know so many weird facts until I think of them, and until I have to say one, and then it disappears. Okay, so there is a theory that the Earth has violently and rapidly shifted its axis in the past, and that it's done this at least 7 times, which would change the position of magnetic north. And this is a pretty, like, it's not, I would say it's pretty widely accepted that this is a thing that happened in the, and we're talking like millions of years in the past. Thousands to millions of years. That these huge shifts happened. And they would have been associated with like cataclysmic events, the Great Flood, for example. The weird thing is there are many ancient sites which are not aligned to our current magnetic north, but what, oh, hi, Earls. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. There you go, baby girl. Which are not aligned to our current magnetic north, but are aligned to the magnetic north that existed 100,000 years ago, when we were supposed to not have civilization. So that's it's used in ancient alien theory that is like proof that there were human civilizations far earlier than we think there were. But there you go. Weird fact. Magnetic north has not always been north. Cruz, I stole your dinosaur fact for earlier, by the way, that marine reptiles are different than dinosaurs, and that Megalodon was a prehistoric fish. I know, right? It was like, but of course it's a dinosaur. So like a plesiosaur would be considered a marine reptile. Wild. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Every time I have to count, anytime, that is what goes through my head. If it's more than a couple, my brain just starts singing that song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As I said, I was already thrown a year ago when I bought paleontology college books and found out that T-Rexes are more like birds, and they think they were covered in feathers now. Yeah, a lot of the thinking about dinosaurs has changed based on new fossil findings. I mean, they found a nearly intact ichthyosaur. Ichthyosaur? Oh wow, okay. Thank you, captions, for picking that up. That was kind of like flash frozen. And they're getting a lot of details. They found like pieces of dinosaurs preserved in amber, like a claw with a feather on it. Very cool. And I mean, it kind of makes sense because we know that dinosaurs are the ancestors of birds. So it makes sense that they would be feathered. Some of them anyways. You guys ever gone to see any museum fossils? I have, actually, yeah. There's a museum in Toronto called the Royal Ontario Museum, and they have quite a large paleontology collection. It used to be my favorite place to go. We haven't been in years and years and years, though. But I just realized it's 12 o'clock. My lungs are starting to hurt. So it's time that we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna put up the ending screen here. There we go. Ta-da! Sorry, Cruza. I know you just came in. But yeah, I usually only go for 2 hours when I do talking streams, because any longer than that starts to impact my lungs. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Doing the hot tub stream was so much fun. So that will probably happen again. And I loved all the questions you guys were asking. If you ever have questions about POW or any of the animals, feel free to ask. We love talking about them and sharing and teaching. Toot says, thanks for streaming, POW and DH, I guess. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. So I'm not going to do a shouty for Toot, but go follow Toot. I will be back Monday afternoon for co-working. Toot is going to be back tomorrow morning for Ghost Church with Ghosty. Ghost Church with Ghosty, yay! Probably playing Grafton, because Grafton is amazing now. Yeah, and we'll post the schedules for the week next on tomorrow. I'll post the schedules probably same as usual. There's going to be a new pattern release on Thursday, and like I said, Misfit Forest South starts Monday. If you haven't already signed up, make sure you go and do that. I'm going to throw up the socials here. You can follow me on Blue Sky. Mike says thanks for the stream, and a special thanks to POW and the little ducky. Yeah, definitely. Patreon, and of course the Discord server where you can get all of the updates first thing. Okay, so I think that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, like I said, it was so much fun. And I think POW really enjoyed it as well. Like, you saw that she was up stretching, she was on her leggies. Oh yeah, thanks, Mike. Mike, my number one hype man there. There is the 16% off anniversary sale this weekend, going through tomorrow evening on all patterns and Notion templates. So if you've been waiting to pick something up, now's your time. Okay, so if you guys will hang out just a second, we will find someone to raid out to. You know what? Let's see if we can. Let's keep up the aquarium vibes, the zoo animal vibes. There we go. Turtles and up. Okay, we're gonna go see Cult of the Ducks. They have baby skunks. And possums, apparently. Amazing. I'm so here for this. Okay, so we're gonna start the raid. They have followers only chat on, which is fine. Let me put up the raid commands anyways. What are you doing? Alright, if you are subbed, grab the first message. If you are not subbed, grab the second message. We are going to head on over and see what Cult of the Ducks is up to. We got some birds right now, we got some squirrels. It's gonna be good. So my friends, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the Discord server. I will see you in the coffee shop. I will see you in POW's hot tub. But most importantly, I will see you in my heart. Alright. Bye guys. Bye bye.